Okay, so about 20% of you are new here, and so you're probably wondering what is going on. Last week, heavily produced, well done, short style documentary on Justin and his art. This week, vastly different. Okay, so here's the deal. This YouTube channel is really a story about a company called OinkChing. We're a financial literacy platform for adults. Adults being like 16 to 80, 90. I don't know, if you're past 90, I don't think you need to be on the platform. But that's what we're doing. We've launched a startup, and this is really the story of the company. And Rob's got lots of things to do this week, so I'm in charge of the vlog, which means the quality is going to be down, and the cute children is going to be way up, and that's what we're going to do. Well, Rob was off shooting that last vlog with Justin. I was on vacation with my family in Illinois and Michigan. Vacation is not the right word. Vacation trip. We went on a trip. It's more work than, frankly, being at home, but we went on a trip with the family, and this is the story of their trip. Enjoy.
So the first thing you gotta understand is that my wife and I have a plan to do all 50 states with our children, and there's strict rules that have to be adhered to accomplish a state. These are the states we've already done, and then I pick up a knick-knack, it goes up on the wall, the kids all get something, a trinket, my wife gets a coffee cup, but there are strict rules, and so there was things we had to do in Illinois and Michigan to check those states off. We had technically already done Wisconsin, although you'll see at the end, we do end up in Wisconsin. So with that, we're off to the races. We haven't been in an airport in a while, but as soon as we got into Chicago, it was to Portillo's. Chicago's a food city. Everybody loves the food. It was the thing that my wife first fell in love with in Chicago was the food, and then it was me later on. This is the, I call it the Sears Tower, but it's now the Wills Tower. And then we hung out with family and headed to the Field Museum. My brother lives on the north side of Chicago. That's my nephew right there, in there with the crew. This is a lifelong passion for the Field Museum. I will say that it's starting to feel a little bit dated, but I love that feeling when you're first walking into a museum and like the world is your oyster. Brett was concerned about the bathrooms. This is an attempt to try to get any of the kids to smile at the same moment. It was a fail. That's Sue, the dinosaur. And then it was a family reunion. That's kind of what prompted all this, was a family reunion. My mom's side, the DeGraffs, had a family reunion. It's a very large family. So these are two of my cousins' houses, back to back. They both have legs. They're excavators. And Paisley was the first on the swing. She was also the first to split her finger open on the swing, which happened right there. She's a trooper. And then we headed to Michigan. This is my brother serenading sheep. There you go, Michigan. So now we're in Michigan. We headed over to Detroit, where we went to the Henry Ford Museum. Never been to the Henry Ford Museum. It was awesome. Really enjoyed it. Didn't know what to expect.
Are you driving the train, Paisley?
Yeah.
The kids enjoyed it. I mean, listen, they tired out after a while, but it was cool. I did the planes and everything. Oh, the cars. I could have spent about three times more time in there. Didn't have the time. Holland found a combine named after her, so that was exciting for her. We left here and went to visit our niece's new baby, and then headed up to Frankfurt, a little lake up there in Frankfurt. My brother, his in-laws own a little cabin, and so the cousins got to hang out with each other, and the main boat motor died, so they went around in this sucker. That's a trolling motor on the back, and they would just kind of drive around, 100 feet from the dock, but they felt like real sea captains, and I didn't want to burst their bubble. They could have done this for all 9 days of the trip. In the theme that Paisley is my brave one, this was her. We didn't have a tube, so she came up with this contraption. Somehow she made it work. She's willing to try anything.
Surprise, monkey. And whenever we do this, say surprise, surprise, and then you dance. Who likes to dance?
Matt likes to dance.
Compound.
reality here is we spent 9 days. We did museums and trips and food, and we could have spent all 9 days with the fam, and it would have been probably better. This was the best part of the trip, just chilling.
Catch anything?
We did dunes, and just adventures as a family. There was nothing better than these short little moments where we're all accomplishing something together. Cousins in the background. Michigan's a cool state.
Casey's the Kraken.
She faced home.
Mama can never be back.
They had a lot of fun. We stayed in that camper, actually, for this part of the trip. And then, before you know it, it was over. And we got on this boat. This is the SS Badger. It's a ferry that crosses Lake Michigan. I think it's the last working coal ship in existence, possibly. One of our goals to do the 50 states is to use a lot of different forms of transportation. I don't know. We make up these things. They're arbitrary. So this was one of these kind of check mark concepts of doing something totally different. My wife remarked, ironically, as we were on this thing, I didn't realize how large Lake Michigan was, which I thought was a weird comment. Like, you've had a map your whole life. What'd you expect? But, it's a big lake. To be fair, it's a big lake. We landed in Wisconsin. And I have told my wife extensively about Greek restaurants. And Greek restaurants in the north, these are not restaurants that serve Greek food. These are restaurants run by Greek that serve everything.
No. I'm Jello.
It was probably her favorite part. And then we headed down to Milwaukee, which had just eliminated Atlanta in the NBA playoffs. We went to a Spy restaurant. That's what that was from. And Allison got apple juice in a boot and displayed how not to drink from a boot. Amateur.
Beautiful to boot.
Never stop flirting. Here I display how to drink apple juice correctly from a boot. Done. And just as quick as this vlog went by, I felt like the trip went by. Done. Everybody was healthy. Everybody was happy. A lot of adventures had, memories made. It's hard for me to decompress from OinkChing. It's hard for me to think about anything else, especially when I'm here. I never stop thinking about something I need to do, something I haven't done, something that might happen. Having a trip like this that was just constantly doing things caused me to think about accomplishing the logistics of the trip rather than something for OinkChing. And it was nice. It was not. I was ready to go back. At this moment, I was ready to get back into it and keep it going. But there's always these little moments. It's something as mundane as a flight for you and I is an adventure for them, and living through them with them, having these shared experiences. I don't think you trade anything. It's the reason you go to work. It's the reason everything is worth it. Are these little moments.